Good day, class. My name is Kendi Owoseje, and this is my presentation for the final exam. And it involves calculating charges for customers, which is it's going to be preferably, especially our preferred customers, specifically our preferred customers. And the program would have to include some criteria. Would have to include the charge and the tax for every customer, also the running charges and running taxes for every call for the customers as well. Also a decision structure, a looping structure, and an array as well. And we'll go ahead to look into the program that was created. Now this is a program that I have created for the running for the charges. We'll start by declaring values and also the results that we want. I'll declare the tax, the calculated charges, which is the total, which is the charge for every customer, the running total charge, and also the running total tax. And now we've used the double here because we are going to be imputing currencies so that the system or the program will be able to accept the currencies being put in. And then we'll declare the hours as well, which is the number of hours the customers are spending. And the reason we're using the int is because we're declaring single values that as opposed to double values, which might include decimals. And once we're done with that, I'll go ahead to declare an array. I'll declare the 10 arrays for the customers, the preferred customers, and that is what I have here. Declared an array for 10 customers, and once I'm done with that, I will go ahead and write a looping statement. Now this is a for statement, which really means which just goes with the loop for the customers. So what this does is that as every customer puts in their information, this statement just loops through each customer's name. And once we're done with that, this console write line statement is really for the customers to put in their names and put in their information. And then I have the console write line here that lets us know that the running, right now the running charge, the running total charge is 0, the running total tax is also 0, and also another for loops structure here that loops through the customers, the 10 customers that we have as well. And then I have a console write line here that prompts the customers to enter the number of hours they have been packed, and another line that converts the number of hours the customers have entered into an integer, and that's what we have there. And then I have my if or else statement here. It's the decision structure, and what this does is it calculates the number of hours that the customer has spent in the Alright, so I think so we get that back now. Alright, so what this does is it calculates if the customers, because part of the question was, if the customer spends more than 3 hours, there would be 5 added dollars for every hour that the customer spends after 3 hours. So that's what we have there. It's an if statement. So this is saying if the customer spends more than 3 hours, then we have this that will calculate the total amount of charges, which is the $5 for every hour spent over 3 hours plus the regular charge. And also we have the tax on that as well. And that's the first if statement here, which is this. The second if statement, which is this one, also calculates for if the customer spends more than 24 hours. Now, within the question, it says if the customer spends more than 24 hours, it doesn't really matter. They still get charged $100. That's the maximum that they can be charged, even if they spend more than 24 hours. So that's the if statement that we have here for that. And then we have the line here that calculates the total amount of charges as each customer inputs the charge. So this is like an accumulation of all the charges that the customers have incurred. Now then we have the else statement here, and what this does is if none of this is true, if the customer hasn't spent more than 3 hours or they haven't spent more than 24 hours, then this this statement executes, which means this just pretty much calculates the regular amount of hours, regular amount of charges that the customers have incurred. Also we have the running total charge and the running total tax here that still sums up the hours and the charges for all the customers. And then we have the console write statements here that this just shows the charge, the calculate charge. It also shows the tax. This is a line for the tax. This is a line that shows the running total charge, and this is a line that shows the running total tax as well. And this just shows you the what customer we are imputing for, and that is the whole program. And then I'll go ahead and run the program here and see if it's gonna if it's gonna run. So let's see here. We should have our program up anytime soon. All right, so we have that here. What I'm going to do, enter the first customer, which is 12, and then see what it does is this is the preferred customer 0 on the charge. This is the console write line that we wrote. The charge is 75, the tax, and then the running total charge is still 75 because that's our first customer, and the running total tax is still 6 as well. And then for the second customer, say 22 hours, and then you see that the running total charge has been accumulated. It's an accumulation of the first and the second customer, which is 175, and then the tax is $14. And we'll go ahead and run that for all the customers. See here, 12, we have 21, we have 5 hours, we have 6 hours. 7 hours, we have 23 hours, we have 9 hours, and this will be the total charge for all the customers, all our preferred customers, and the total tax as well. And we'll just go ahead and press any key to continue. So this pretty much ran well. So we have the total charge and the total tax as well. Press any key to continue, and that is pretty much the program for the total that displays the total parking charges for all of our preferred customers. Thank you, and have a good day.